What's up, everyone? Phoenix here. My apologies for the lack of headphone warning. Anyway, yeah. This is a game that This is actually a game that I've been playing for over 2 years now. But I've never done it on YouTube, and that's one big reason for this, though, is because it is free to play on mobile. But with a premium subscription, you can also play it on a... Where's my live chat? Give me my live chat. Yeah, usually when I do things that require me to change my, be right back screen, I start the stream, and then while it's starting, I will change the be right back screen, so I was just quickly doing that. Anyway. Yeah. This is probably not going to be PG-13 simply because I'm not going to bother turning off the chat. Anyway, it's free to play on mobile. But if you have premium, or I forget what the other subscription is called. Of course, tapping this, clicking this doesn't show. Anyway. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Doesn't look very... Oh my gosh! And now I'm having massive lag spikes for no apparent reason. That green doesn't look too bad. Green looks better. Turn up the opacity, perhaps? That's better. What was I saying? Oh yeah. But anyway, I now have premium subscription. But one of the reasons that I haven't done any recordings for this on mobile is because well, Mobizen takes up about as much space on my phone screen as my Droid Button dodge pad does. And that's a lot when you're playing VO. So anyway, it's probably not the smartest thing in the world to be streaming on this when any pirate in the game could just use this to know exactly where I am. But, well, you may have noticed that I'm really not caring right now. I'm actually feeling a bit obnoxious at the moment. But, yeah. I mean, the odds of that aren't particularly good, and I'm going to be staying in nation space for the most part. So that's much safer than, say, running around in gray space. And as for, if you don't know already, because you've never played VO, well, there are 3 nations. There's the Serco Dominion, there's the Atani Nation, and then there's the Union of Independent Territories, aka Atani, Serco, and UIT. Yeah. There's that, too, so... Anyway, UIT is yellow, Serco is red, Atani is blue. Deneb, I disagree with it being a blue one on the map, because Deneb is a battleground. Yeah, one thing I would like to do is, do either streams or recordings with you so we can have, two perspectives. That'd be cool. Yeah, but, Serco and Atani are at war. And UIT is just trying to make a crap ton of money. Wait a minute. Let me just have another look at the map, because I thought I saw something that does not look right. Alright, for a moment there I thought it showed Edris as being yellow. Anyway. Yeah. It's very fun. And I spend most, and I'm actually trying to reform the Hive Guild right now. Since now that I have a premium subscription, I can do that. Since apparently it has disbanded again, and everyone no longer cares. But anyway, I like to hunt the Hive bots. And I like to make money from selling clean Gatling cannons that I'm never going to use for stupid prices. Speaking of which, I got one earlier today. Anyway. Yeah. So let's... Anyway. What I'm doing right now, though, is I'm trying to level up my combat license. And... yeah, I'm doing that by... I would totally pull up the mission screen right now, except for the fact that I'm kind of getting shredded by these blasted guardians. Oh shoot, there's two. There's probably more of them. Also, by the way, Jet, yeah, they've changed the look of most ships. Gosh dang it, that's it, I give up. Turn on the toggle turbo. Let's maybe get the heck out of here. I was being attacked by 3 at once. That is yet, I mean, well, that might have happened to me like a year ago, but I have not had that happen to me in like the past year at all. I've never had 3 of them actively blowing me the crap up. Oh crap, I'm out of energy. No, 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 no. I would like to get out of... No, no, I'm going to die. Dang it! Well, that went well. Maybe I should pay a bit more attention. The scent actually does not look that bad. Dang it! Of course, I don't actually have the Combat 4 license yet, so I can't buy those in Nation Space. Dang it! And I also had 2 Mega Positron Blasters, which I cannot buy yet, and a Hive Fast Charge Cell, which I cannot buy on that ship too. So that's bloody perfect. Yeah, I had to go all the... What the fuck are my headphones doing? My headset doing? Wait a minute. Am I actually using my... Alright, that's... Now I feel incredibly stupid. That entire time I had my headset on. And... yeah, I plugged in the wrong cord. Oh, by the way, how's the audio? Because I totally forgot to fix that. Yeah, the Centurion is one of my favorite ships as well. Anyway, I feel incredibly stupid now. So yeah, but the EC-89 has not changed. Although I have not seen the EC-88, which makes me wonder if it has been removed. The Centurion looks different. Looks very different. I kind of like it, but it's very different. This one has not changed. The Warthog looks infinitely better than it used to. The Vulture, I don't believe... I think it might have changed a little bit. The engines look a bit different, but that might just be the fact that I'm not playing it on my phone screen right now. I have to check. The Atlas has not changed. The Hornet... I believe it has... yeah, the Hornet looks cooler. The Ragnarok. It is no longer like the... I almost want to say curvy ship. What's plugged in your mobile? I might have done that before too. The Centaur is different. The Behemoth is different. And I still oh. The engines no longer look like docking bays. What's it up ahead? I think the Marauder has not changed, and the Raptor has not changed. This is the thing that I want. So I need Combat 9, Light Weapons 9, Heavy Weapons 6 to get this. Which frickin' sucks, because Combat 9 is a pain in the ass to get. But I really want to fly that around with dual Mega Positron blasters. I probably should actually make sure that I can see any PMs. So I'm gonna turn down the opacity to, I'm gonna go with that for now. Anyway. I forget, is it 6 or, I'm gonna say 6. And now I'm going to say 7. Yes, I'm definitely going to say 78. Yep. Anyway. Yeah. That went perfectly! Dang it. Of course I had to lose the Ragnarok. Wait, can I buy... What do I need for this? I cannot buy Centaurs yet. Yeah, that went perfectly. Dang it. Well, time to switch on over to... Yes, that is me. Actually, wait a minute. Let's see, because I believe I can get something with a bit more of a punch to it. Hive weaponry and items, turrets, miscellaneous cargo. Anyway, this is like the doll version of Grayshot. And if you don't like how I say that, well, too bad. I have not been able to get an answer as to exactly how it's meant to be pronounced. Yes, I do want plasma annihilators. Bye. Annihilators. Let's go with, how many of these am I going to want? Because, well, I'm only going to be using these until I can afford to fly around UDVs with, Mega Positron blasters. What was I even going to buy again? Oh, yes. Just buy 10 of those because I'm feeling a bit lazy. I should also probably actually select a ship. Give money. New player supply depot. 80000. Anyway, to my surprise, this game actually has a very different feel on computer compared to mobile. Yeah, Wash is still around, although I didn't see him yesterday. I haven't had any encounters yet. Edit no longer appears to be a thing. Well, I take that back. I've seen one edit member. By the looks, yeah, by the looks of it. I think. I'm not sure. I haven't had any issues going to Gray Shop yet. What was I doing? Oh, yes. See if I can hold a thought for 16 seconds. Actually, I should get swarms. I want to see the new swarms as well. The new swarm look. I'm going to go risk a trip to get swarms. Actually, what I really need to do is... Or maybe I'll use hornets. I could try that. Yeah, nah. I'll go with... Actually, I'm not gonna use a mineral extract, because those are freaking expensive. Ooh, the Territorial Defender. I might want that. Anyway, the reason I'm using the mineral extractor for botting is because the mineral extractor, if you look here, has 24 CU of cargo space, which is enough to take all of the scrap from Sipo's T-38, I think it is, transports. It's either T-38 or T-83. Anyway, this thing, oh wow, actually the license for that means that you can get it right at the beginning of the game too, which is awesome. But yeah, it's essentially a Warthog with extra space. Anyway, I'm actually gonna go take a Territorial Defender. Let's see, do I want to go with Violet, Sky Blue, that offensive shade of green, or at least it looks offensive on my screen. Oh, that looks legit terrible. No, I'm not rocking phases on this. I'm not using ions. No, not green. No, that actually looks kind of cool. I could go with a nice crimson or a strategic black. I could just make it all one color. That looks pretty good on most ships, by the way. I could go white. I'm just gonna go with pink. Because why not? Who cares? It's not like anyone actually judges anyone based on the color of their ship. Of course I say that and now somebody will probably judge me based on the color of my ship. Oh, I don't have any Axia. Oh, yeah, except I can't actually equip Axia Accelerated Positron Blasters. Because those require combat and heavy... Is it heavy? I think they just require combat 5, actually. I don't know. Anyway. I also forgot to start the mission. So, yeah. I'm either gonna hunt Guardians, or I'm going to... Oh, I forgot to check my PMs. Nope, nothing. I should probably actually set up a noise. I don't have the plugin for that. Oh well. Or I might do this. Nope, I'm going to do this one. Because I am an intelligent person, and this is not going to bite me in the rear end later, even though I already lost essentially a whole bunch of things that I cannot get in nation space. Let's see, I should probably actually set a nav course. That would be smart. This reminds me of when I said I am an intelligent person and then proceeded to be the stupidest person alive. So, yeah. But I'm going to be providing a whole bunch of explanation for people who have no idea what Vendetta Online even is. It is a space game, it is very fun, and yeah, if people try to kill you, they try to kill everyone, so get used to it. It usually doesn't happen so much in Nation Space. Of course, I forgot to set up the groups, so I don't have any lead-off targets or anything of the sort. Yeah, one of the things that is apparently a recent addition is the ability to set a keybind to toggle your turbo on and off. But when your turbo is on, it essentially makes it so that you, well, you don't have to touch the keyboard or really anything to keep your turbo on. But when the turbo, wait, what did I just say? Please tell me that I just explained what turbo... Wait, what? I have no clue what I'm saying anymore. Let me try this again. When your turbo is on, it makes it so that your ship now has a greatly increased maximum speed. However, it will drain your power cell. Additionally, it will only go in the... Sorry, it only applies thrust in the selected direction. When flight assist, aka inertial dampeners, is on, then it essentially makes it so you only go in that direction. Although you can still roll. Yeah. It's quite useful, especially if you need to just get somewhere as fast as physically possible. What did I come here to do? Oh, yeah. But if you're doing anything like a Warthog for... So ooh, what is this? Transport. See, now I like the Axial ones better. Let's see. So, if you're doing anything like a Warthog, an Atlas, a Hornet, Ragnarok, Centaur, I think Behemoth is normal. Although it might not. That's either normal or this is absolutely required to get any form of target lead off. I didn't know about the Marauders. Or, of course, there is no Revenant thing here. Yeah. I know exactly what turbo is, except for the fact that my attention span, for some reason right now, is non-existent, so... Anyway. Unfortunately, though, One sec, let me Google the name. The Revenant, if I can get the name right, crying out loud. Yeah, that one too. That is very popular among newbies, as it has 2 small ports and 1 large port, and it has 22 cargo space. And of course, it's not available at the station. But, what were they doing? Oh yeah, but you're gonna have to do this if you want to have a target lead off for your large port, or for 2 of the Hornet's guns. And also if you're on mobile, then you need to do this if you want auto fire to affect your large ports as well. But you need to go over here to configure ship, and normally it'll be on add-ons, which is where you equip all your stuff. So you want to go to configure ships, then click on groups, and then make sure your primary trigger is selected, and then click on everything that you want on your primary trigger. Your secondary trigger, which is the blue firing button on mobile, primary is red on mobile. So yeah, but your secondary trigger, to my knowledge, has no target lead-off system at all. And then there's also a tertiary trigger, which I don't use because I've never really had any times when I actually need it. Usually I'm either using my primary weapons for like literally everything, or it's my primary is my energy and my secondary is missiles, or the other way around. Now, let's see. And as you can see, I now have a lead-off. Also, I'm going to say right now that I'm still not used to the computer one. On mobile, in first person, you don't have this crosshair thing swinging all around the computer. You just have the stuff that is locked in the center of the screen. And I should probably actually pay attention so I don't die. So yeah, but on the left bar in the middle of the screen there is my speed. The right one is my power cell. Oh yikes. So yeah, but the amount of power you have in your power cell determines turbo, jump, warp. Ow! Crap! Weapons! Let's get the heck out of here. And let's see what else uses power. Essentially everything for combat except targeting. Get back here. I want to pulverize you. Aha! It is dead. Anyway, those things, you may be wondering why I don't shoot that fast. Ow, I'm going to get out of here and repair now. I've never had these things actually attack me more than one at a time in this sector before, so it's ticking me off. Yeah. That's going very well. But if you're wondering why I'm not shooting that fast... Oh, is look no hands on still? Well, crap. Oh, well, looks like I am engaging one more target then. Also, actually using the auto aim feature is not required for hitting the target. As you can see there, I did have at least 1 or 2 shots where I was not lined up for auto aim. And I can jump now. But yeah, usually though I would recommend actually using auto aim unless you're at like point blank, or you're really, or if it's a stationary target. If the target is not moving, then you have a pretty good chance of hitting them. Also, what was the other keybind that I found? Was it this? No. No. What is it? Is it on here? Yeah, I don't see it. Anyway, there is a zoom feature, which is gonna be really nice if I decide I want to be a railgun sniper. By the way, railguns are essentially the sniper rifles of VO. They're accurate, and they have range. And I believe they're quite high velocity, although I have not used them in a while. A while being about 2 years. Oh, good to hear that Seeker no longer plays. I did not like him. I'm also in the mood to go get more pizza. What did I come back for? Oh, was it? Yeah, it was repairing. And then maybe I want to select a different sector. One where I'm not going to get my rear end absolutely shredded. Also, I wonder if I can... Can I equip these? No, I can't. Let's see, what can... This station is terrible. I can get one of these. I'm gonna get it. It's probably going to screw me over since the difference in velocity will mean that the lead-offs for those two is going to be a different spot. But it might work. Anyway, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get some more food. And I'm back. Oh wow, this is actually regenerating. Dude, what is this? What is this? And I somehow... Oh. Must have been a power cell then. Although I don't believe that these things actually use any really, like, hive cells or anything. I believe it's just the heavy cells. That thing just come to a total stop or something. And here's a pesky little Canic collector that thinks it can kill me. Nope. It does not matter what I am on. Canic collectors are terrible. I believe they are actually legit weaker than Orans. I say as I get shot in the face. Well, here's an Apotec coming in for an attack. Anyway, though, crap. You do not want to stay in one spot or keep moving in one direction when in combat. That is a... No. Not staying here for that. I don't know why it took multiple tries to turn on my turbo that time. But it did. The end result, I'm going to die. So let's be not here. Ow. Yeah, but I'm not terrible at PvE, player versus... I think it stands for player versus enemy. But I'm not terrible at going against the computer in VO. But as for PvP, player versus player, I can handle pretty much everybody who is stuck using mobile. And actually this is all based on when I'm using mobile. But I can handle just about anyone who is using mobile. And I can handle anyone who is not in a cap ship. Just about anyone who is not in a capital ship in the Deneb Wars. Now, I'm not saying that I will survive, but I will kill them. That I can assure you. Anyway. Don't ask me for player versus player stuff. What am I doing again? As you can see, I have 0 attention span right now. Alright. Wow. I believe that may be more expensive than the ship itself. Well, that's gonna burn through 722k credits really freaking fast. That's very helpful. Anyway. I probably should not show this screen. What is this? I read this as pilots not already signed up will be considered for prizes instead of will not be considered. I like how there's a random gem in the middle of this. Yeah, I think I can win the prize for most losses. And largest... Well, actually, no, I can't go lower than 0, actually. I cannot win largest score decrease. I will win most losses. Anyway. That just caught my eye. Hey, what is this about? That is not new! In heavily armed that's just... That sounds like it's just edit in their bloody UDVs. Anyway. Could probably actually, like, do something instead of sitting around on my ass. Let's make sure that we are repaired. Let's also maybe check our PMs. Yeah, but I'm not going to be really checking chat very much. Oh yeah. Hive needs 7 more council members. Message Kitty of Doom for invite. I'm just thinking about like how I would have responded when I started playing Vendetta Online when like if I just saw someone's named Kitty of Doom. Be like, combination, yes, I approve of this username. And what on earth is that? I may actually switch to a liar fighter. The reason I'm using a Warthog right now is because of the large ports, which essentially means greater firepower. Cool, there's a flechette cannon. This is going really well. Especially since I saw another ship getting in for an attack. Let's be not here. Let's be like anywhere else. Actually, I want to go here. So yeah, but as you can see, the turbo does use up your power cell. So you also need, I think it's 25% power to jump. Oh hey, what's this? I feel like I should fly into it! Oh, I'm just now thinking of back when I started playing VO. And yeah. Earlier today I saw in the chat people talking about how they learned to fight in Vendetta Online. I don't remember how the subject came up, but yeah. My comment was I learned to fly by flying around like I was blindfolded, which I did. It was like, this guy must be either blindfolded or drunk as all hell. No, he's just a terrible pilot. I don't think you could have gotten much worse at flying than me. How much mass is it? 100 kilograms, 100 kilograms, 100 kilograms, 100, 100, 100, 110? Let's see, what is a high fast charge? Oh, I don't have any here. I don't have anything here. I left all that stuff actually in Lados. Yeah. Apparently when I stopped playing for a while, I was based in Latos. Because that is where all my stuff is. It's where I was. Anyway, this is a TPG Raptor, my all-time favorite fighter. Well, as for exactly what my favorite fighter is, I'm going to say either the TPG Raptor or the Centurion Itani Border Guardian. In the past, I have done quite a bit of the Deneb conflict. Most of which was done in an Itani Border Guardian. It was either an Itani Border Guardian armed with Gauss cannons because they have a stupid amount of firepower for a small fort. And with ultra-charged power cells because that's more or less the best that most people are going to get. Like, I mean, it's not the absolute best. Oh, look, Luxon on the chat is saying that the Centurion dodges fire extremely well. Yes, that is one big reason why I use it. Is because it knows how to dodge fire. And the Itani Border Guardian, unlike all but one other variant of the Centurion, actually has 2 weapon ports rather than the normal one. which makes it really much better in combat. It's also a bit more armored, and I believe a bit lighter. Probably should not be doing this when I know that another one is also coming in. Oh, maybe it's not coming in for an attack. Anyway, I like to fly around Centurions, and what am I flying? TPG Raptors. Centurions and Raptors. I used to fly Vultures, but as one can read in their description, they have a noticeable weakness of, oh hey, guess what? If you are above the pilot, you are going to have a massive target. Or if you are below the target, you have a massive target. So, yeah. But the Vulture, for the most part, works pretty much like a TPG Raptor does. By the way, TPG is one of the minor factions in the UIT. There are several of them. TPG stands for the Propeller Group, apparently. By the way, if you are on mobile, then in addition to auto-aim, your primary group by default will auto-fire once you are within range. Although it is worth noting that the way the range is calculated for auto-fire, it usually is not going to hit at its maximum range. I'm trying to think of if there are any weapons that actually can hit at the maximum auto-fire range. And the answer is, if there are not very many of them. But I believe the auto-fire is on mobile to compensate for the fact that it's really a pain in the neck to be trying to use your turbo button, which is right by your fire button for the primary group, and your default controls for strafing, or moving left and right. Oh hey, there's a Napatech 5. While firing. Oh yikes, there's another Napatech 5. I'm not going to live, I'm not going to live, I'm not going to survive this. Ah, I called it. Can you? No. It's not available here. Anyway, just for experiment's sake, I'm actually going to buy a Vulture. I'm going to buy the Mark II. Are there any differences here? Max speed. Shoot. It looks like the main difference that we have here is going to be the armor and the mass. For both of them, the Mark III is superior. No, I'm going to buy the Mark III. I'm also going to buy it in black. Because a black Vulture is almost impossible to actually see without targeting it. Unless it's shooting, in which case, you know, you have weapons fire to locate it. And I'm going to buy... Now, if I want to be suicidal, and this actually works surprisingly well, I think it's the Arena Seekers that do this, but there is a an in-game law enforcement bot. That will charge at its target and then fire explosive weapons at close range. And it usually kills itself when doing this. However, it almost always kills the target as well. So, if you want to do this, and this actually works incredibly well, then I would recommend getting a vulture with yellow jackets on them. And because, well, the vulture is surprisingly hard to hit if it is rushing, and like if it is charging you straight on, it has a very low profile, so it's quite hard to hit. And well, if you're going for like the I'm going to die, but I'm also going to take you with me, then you're not going to have the big weakness of the vulture being that, you know, from above or below, it's a gigantic target. So there's really no, like, I suppose maybe a UDV would be better simply because it has a greater top turbo speed than most ships, but otherwise a vulture is going to do just fine. And then yellow jacket missile launchers. Missile capacity is probably not going to be a thing that you really have to worry about, because you're essentially going to be firing them probably like less than 5 times before you die. The detonation contact, proximity would be preferable, but contact will do. This one has proximity at 10 meters. Maneuverability low. This is why you want to use them if you're like at point blank. Fuel 12 seconds. You have to get close. Velocity 85 meters per second. That's not too bad. Better than the Geminis. Yeah. And then they have a nice splash radius, and they have great damage. Meanwhile, if you're looking for something that you actually want to survive using, I would recommend the Geminis. They have a good fuel supply, decent velocity, not the best, but it's pretty good. 18 missile capacity. However, it is worth noting that this means that equates to 9 shots, which is, to be fair, more than the yellow jacket. But it fires 2 at a time for each one. So that can be a little misleading. I totally forgot that when I set up a Gemini Hornet, which, by the way, is the thing to use when you're going against station guards. 10-meter proximity for detonation. Splash radius is only 25 meters, though. Damage is just barely over half of what the yellow jacket has. However, it does have high maneuverability, greater range, and technically, its actual firepower is more than the yellow jacket. Because the yellow jacket only fires 1 missile at a time, while the Gemini, which has just over half of its damage, fires 2 at a time. So, yeah. And the only reason I'm not using those now, since I'm kind of advertising them, is because, well, they are an ammo thing. This one, yeah, this one is also an ammo thing. It has 30 rounds. It's a railgun. I mentioned these earlier as they're essentially snipers. The Neutron Mark II. Neutron Mark II is a more efficient version of the Neutron. Also fires slightly faster. The Neutron Mark III is only available to people on the... I think it's... Yeah, it's available to the Serco if the Serco won the last... I think it's cargo capture. And Itani if Itani won the last cargo capture. Positrons are awesome. They're like the bomber versions of light weapons. Light energy, sorry. Gauss, they are the light energy bombers. Yeah. Railguns, mining beams, rocket launchers, more ammo stuff, more homing missile launchers. These, I've seen these described numerous times as being like the in-between of the Gemini and the Yellow Jacket, and I'm just now noticing that apparently you can go straight to the Gemini from the Yellow Jacket without having the heavy weapons license. Yeah. Anyway, there's also scanners, large add-ons. Large add-ons get interesting. There's the concussion railgun, which, from what I've heard, essentially makes the target spin. And it looks like that has had some changes too. Energy 0 per blast. And I don't see any ammunition listed, so I'm going to guess that that is actually an area weapon. Fail. An energy weapon. If I can talk. Repair modules repair the target. Plasma eliminators, they are the first version of the annihilators that I was using. The Devastator is the second version. Devastator Mark II, I guess, is the third. Megapauses, they're the large port positrons. They're awesome. However, they also require a really annoying badge. Second PMs. Gatling cannons are exactly what they sound like. They are Gatling guns, except they are laser Gatling guns. Sorry, plasma Gatling guns. Yeah. These ones, though, now if you want to do this free to play on, by the way, another thing that bothers me about free to play, though, and this is why I've never gotten to fly a UDV before, is that it also caps your licenses at 4 for everything. Now this does not mean, though, that you cannot get things like Gatling cannons and Mark IIs but, well, if you're going to do free to play, though, I would recommend getting the Gatling Cannon HB for the high velocity one, because I believe that that one is I believe, from what I've heard, only the high velocity and queen ones actually have auto aim on them. And also the HB is one that in a lot of UIT stations you can equip it for no license. Yeah, different places have different license requirements. So if you buy say a Gauss Mark III, that is going to have an annoyingly high license requirement. But if you take it to, say, UIT Research Station, I believe, will allow you to equip it for no license. Which is interesting. Especially now that they've removed the requirement of actually having the license to purchase it. Because look, if I can actually buy this, even though I can't equip it. Unfortunately, though, you can't buy things like Mega Positron Blasters because those have a certain mission tree required. Actually, by mission tree, it means either mission tree or badges. Then there's mining beams, more mining beams, shared group radar extenders. That's very useful. Not. Stingray homing missile. That is going to be your first homing missile, your first large port weapon. Period. Rocket launchers. And then there's the swarm missile launchers. These things apparently look awesome now. I have not gotten to try them yet. But let's just use let's talk about the Chaos Swarm launcher. Because that one I believe is unchanged visually. But yeah, this thing is going to fire 8 missiles at a time. Except they don't all follow the exact same path. They are swarm missiles. So they will fire essentially in a swarm. They look awesome. They actually look really, really pretty. It's really something to see when you warp into a Deneb conflict and literally everyone is using swarms. It's just nothing short of beautiful. Now I want to see like all of the different swarms in the game. So now they have different colors. Apparently the locusts are red. I believe the chaos are still blue. And the capital ship turrets, that fire swarm missiles, are now green. Which is interesting because these things also have some really nice trails. So, anyway, and then there's the power cells. These are your batteries. And then there are turrets. I want this simply because it's like then I can just have someone sitting in the back of my ship just devastating things for me. Even though I don't actually really fly it. Even though I don't really actually fly anything with turrets. Yep. That totally makes sense. Anyway. Shield turrets actually fire a small shield. Which is interesting. It's also worth noting that actually if you don't have any turret equipped, then it defaults to a neutron turret. So, yeah, if you're going into combat, don't bring a shield turret. Bring no turret. When I first got an Atlas, which has a turret, I decided, hey, you know what would be a good idea? Putting a shield turret on here, so then I actually have something to shoot with. And, yeah, I tried to kill things with shields. That was a great idea! Not. Now, kill things with no turret, neutron turret. There's also upgraded neutron turrets available through manufacturing. And then there's power cells. Free is absolute shit. Excuse my language. The light one is what you're going to be slapping on a Centurion at the beginning of the game. It's not much better than the free one, but it's something. It'll get the job done. Then there's the medium one. This has a boosted generation, so you can fire things again faster. Also has increased capacity by, I believe, 150%. Yeah, 150% and more fail. 150% more power capacity. And what's the grid power on these? Grid power, for the most part, on the small class ones is going to be 20. For all the ones you can just buy, it's 20. For I think it's the high drain, improved high drain, and extreme drain, I believe those ones vary a bit. But all these ones are going to be just 20. High fast charge is 20 as well. Anyway, the medium one is definitely an improvement. And then there's the heavy one. This is what I recommend you use if you cannot use ultra charge, fast charge, or high fast charge. And it's also what I use if I just need the capacity, because this thing has a nice 550 capacity. That is a lot. 45 per second generation, that is more than the medium one. And still 20 grid power though. Grid power is not going to be an issue unless you want to equip, say, a Corvus Widowmaker and something else, because Corvus Widowmakers use up 18 power, which is really nice for Centurions, but it sucks for everything else. Or you used to be able to equip capital ship power cells on any ship as well. Anyway. Yeah, unfortunately though, you can't do that anymore. So there will be no more equipping capital ship cannons on Atlases and then flying those around and destroying everyone because you slapped a because you essentially put capital ship parts on a small ship. Which, by the way, makes it handle like absolute shit. Anyway, what was I doing in the first place? Oh yes, I was going to buy a heavy power cell. This is what you want to use most of the time. Anyway, I'm actually going to be right back because I want to get myself something to drink, because eating pizza without anything to drink gets a bit uncomfortable after a while. And I'm back, everyone. Let's go. Also, neutrons are a solid choice. I do prefer positrons myself, but As you can see though, this thing is absolutely failing to hit me. I might want to use vultures a bit more then. Anyway, if you're on mobile, free to play, then I do not recommend using energy weapons against these things. Unless you are trying to die using, I suppose, annihilators on maybe a warthog might work. Or a Ragnarok. But if you're on mobile free to play, then I would highly recommend using swarm missiles. Just, that's how you're going to survive. As you can see though, this thing is actually failing to hit me. For a couple of reasons. First of all, I do believe that the Vulture has greater strafing. And second of all, it's very low profile. And I'm making sure that I'm always facing the target. Oh shoot, I should actually maybe engage my target. I'm also staying pretty close, which helps a lot. Although usually they don't actually try to keep that far away from me. I often end up hitting them, which is a bit weird. And as for why exactly it's switching to only one gun there, it's because I don't have enough power to fire both. It also cuts down on the fire rate as it's still regenerating. Now, it is also worth noting that with the right combination of weapons, it is possible to actually get essentially what looks like a Gatling gun effect from regular energy weapons due to power regen. Oh wow, I didn't even try to dodge that one. That was awesome. You know, maybe I should use it. Yeah, this is what happened to me before. So now I'm reversing. Ow! Yep, that was coming from another one. As you can see, I've taken quite a bit of damage now. And yes, I am getting just a little bit dizzy right now. And that Canik is going to shoot at me, and it's probably going to hit me as long as it's not directly behind me. I don't think I've ever actually flown that close to an asteroid without hitting it before. Anyway, I'm just going to take on one more before disappearing. And I have heard people say that the Vulture is like the X-Wing starfighter of VO. Yeah, it looks like an X-Wing, and it's used like an X-Wing. Just the overall fighter that the majority of people use. When I say the majority, I do not mean everyone. I mean the majority. Actually, I'm not sure if I can really say that, because a lot of people prefer some of the heavier ships, but it's definitely what most NPCs that are combat oriented use. Also, if you look in the top right, you can see what my combat license is currently at. Also, I would not recommend using your turbo to dock right now, because I've had some issues with somehow if you're if you're using the turbo with auto dock, when you fly in there, you can go in too fast and crash and die. That went really nice. I kind of lost like about 1 million credits of stuff last time I did that, so yeah. Although the really weird thing though is I was at almost 100% health on my Centurion. Armor on my Centurion, sorry. I is done for now. Alright. Prepare ship. So, yeah. What do we want to do next? Also, mining is a thing in VO. That is done with mining lasers. And it's not really that interesting until you start trying to mine in areas that other people don't want you to be in. Sorry, that other people like you to go to, so they can kill you. Also, just to show... Oh, and here is the Revenant. I mentioned that earlier. UIT Marauder. Let's transport 3 small. That looks interesting. I feel like I should put flechettes on that. I don't know why, but I do. Also, when people reference an X1 in chat, they are talking about the Valkyrie X1. That is an Atani ship. It is, it is one of the Atani factional ships. And as for exactly what the factional ships are, the Warthog Territorial Defender, I believe, is the free-to-play UIT factional ship. The TPG Raptor UDV is the premium UIT factional ship. Yeah. But for the factional ships, there's just about always going to be one that is for free-to-play, and it'll be a variation of a regular ship that is also free-to-play. And then there will be one that is and then there will be a premium one. And that will be, and the premium ones will be like a totally new one. So, yeah. Actually, technically, I sort of take that back. There will be a free-to-play one and a premium one. The UDV is not actually a totally new ship, because it's actually just a Raptor. That is the exception to what I said earlier. Of course. And of course I have to be UIT when I say this, so now I sound really not smart. Anyway, UDV is an interceptor, and I believe I mentioned this earlier, but it has 5 meters per second greater turbo max speed than most ships. Most ships go up to 220 at max. This one is 200. This one is 160. 200. 200. 220. 200. 220. Also, just noting that there is an anniversary edition of the Vulture. However, I don't believe that you can still get this unless you already have access to it. The Warthog Territorial Defender is a free-to-play UIT ship. It is a variation of the Warthog. And yep, 200. Sorry, 220. 200 and 220. And this is the Hunter variant, which has only up to 210. Yeah. Also, it's worth mentioning the EC ones. The EC-89 is the cheapest ship in the game. It's 0 credits. And that you can buy this. This is the only ship where no matter where you are, you can buy this. And the only add-on that you can buy absolutely anywhere is the free power cell. This makes it so that you don't need someone to come pick you up in a ship with a turret. If you home in, say, Latos M7, I've done that before, but if you didn't already know, Latos M7, actually I'm going to pull that up on the nav, if I can find the right spot. Latos M7 right here does not have a station. I know, it's not listed on the nav, but there is actually a station there. That would be the Capship Shipyards. I think that's what it's called. But it is a, I don't want to say that it's a Corvus station because that sector is totally unmonitored and 100% lifeless. There's absolutely nothing there except for that station, some asteroids, and also a very thick gray fog. Well, it's not as bad as actually I forget what, I think it's K10? Yeah, it's not as bad as the green fog in K10, but it's bad. Well, it's fog. There, I'll put it that way. It's filled with gray fog. But, yeah. But it is the only place where you can equip anything you like. So, well, actually, I don't believe it's the only place, but it is a place where you can equip anything you like. And it is, to my knowledge, pretty much unowned. I believe it's technically classified as Corpus, but Corpus is like, well, yeah. As for the factions, there's the Atani Nation, Serco Dominion, UIT, I'm not going to pronounce that entire name, TPG, the Propeller Group Corporation, Biocom Industries, Valent Robotics, Orion Heavy Manufacturing, Axia Technology Corp, Corvus Prime, Tunguska Heavy Mining Concern, which I believe it has only one station in the entire game. However, I believe it does have a free-to-play variation of the Marauder. So, if you really care about having a Marauder that much, you can get it there free-to-play. How do you even say that? I'm just gonna say, whatever this is. Trading Prefectorate. I'm not even gonna bother Googling that. Inubis Defense Research and Zhangzi Automated Systems, I'm guessing is how you say that. Anyway, these groups are all the factions. So, Itani and Serco are like at war. If you increase your standing with one, you decrease it with the other. However, it is not necessarily always the other way around. UIT is kind of like the middle ground, and UIT is actually the only one that has a factional variation of a ship that actually, the UDV requires that you have dislike or higher with the Itani and Serco. And this is because apparently they don't want it used in the war. Meanwhile, I'm the person who wants to use it in the war, so yeah. TPG is the main branch of UIT. It makes the Raptor. Biocom, I forget. Yeah, Biocom. I don't really know much about Biocom. Valiant is at war with Axia. Valiant is the faction to go to if you want to build Furies. Now, Furies are like AI bots that fight for you. You also have to build them. You can have 3 out at once, but unfortunately you cannot take them on missions. Additionally, they're only good for, I think, 2 hours. That kind of sucks. I really want them to remove the whole you can only have them for 2 hours thing, and also I want to be able to use them outside of that specific controlling mission. Yeah, but if you do that, though, actually, in order to make the Furies, one of the missions you actually have to do is literally titled Axia Must Die! Explanation. Failed. Axia Must Die! Exclamation point. Which requires you to kill 5 Axia. But Valiant is at war with Axia, so Orion Heavy Manufacturing. Orion has the Rev C variation of the Centurion, which is the only non-Itani Centurion that has 2 weapon ports. Axia, I really wish they would fix this information currently unavailable thing. I was kind of hoping that was exclusive to mobile, but apparently it's not. But Axia is at war with Valiant. Axia is the only place where you can get the Wraith ship design. It also has a 2 weapon variant of the EC ship. of the EC89. I call it the EC89. It's really just the EC any number you like, except 88. The EC88 is different. And I'm not sure if it's still in the game. But that is where you can get the Wraith. However, that also requires a lot of standing. I only have 216. I need 600, I think. Corvus Prime is the Gray Space faction. That is where you can go if you want to get the Corvus Vultures. I highly doubt that I actually said that properly. It's the Corvus Vulture, often abbreviated as Corvult in chat. But yeah. There you can actually equip a whole bunch of things for lower license levels, and you can also actually buy ships for lower license levels. You can, for example, you can get a Behemoth for only trade 5, I think it is, whereas everywhere else it's trade 8. It's also where I got my Ragnarok, since, you know, I'm lazy and it only requires it. I believe the Ragnarok in Corvus requires only 20110 license. Yeah. Corvus is also the only one where if they kill you, they're not going to remember it, and it's just going to go back to -200. It's where everyone goes to murder everyone. They usually, I don't believe that they actually really care about no fire zones. Yeah. It's where people go if they need to farm law enforcement neutron blasters, exclusively found from killing station guards. So, Tunguska it has a Marauder, and is an Edris. It's where Grey Shop is, aka the Black Market. I don't remember anything about this place. Anubis has the Raven Ion Blasters, then the Automated Systems. I think they're related to Corpus, I think. Yeah, it's that one. I don't really know much about it, because I don't really deal with it that much. I usually relate it to Circo and Corpus, mostly Corpus. That and, what is it? And there's a certain commodity as well. Anubis I equate to Ion Blasters. Aeolus I remember for their repair module. Tunguska is the Marauder and Grey Shop. Corvus is free everything, is what my mind says. That and Black Market. Axia is Wraith and their EC. Orion, Centurion Rev C. By the way, the Rev C is actually still inferior to the Itani Border Guardian. I believe it has less armor. Valiant, I remember for being Furies. And don't side with Valiant if you want an Axia Guardian Wraith, because you're not gonna get it. That and also the I would recommend. I would totally recommend actually doing the Axiom. Well, maybe not specifically Axiom SI, but the Fury missions for Valent, just because they're actually a really cool storyline. I'm not going to spoil anything other than just the Axiom Must Die mission involves killing Axia! Biocom, I think they make the Telemala or whatever it is, miniature nukes. That, and I relate them to Serco. TPG is the Raptors, for sure. And also the TPG Sparrow Phase Blasters. And Do K10, Daw K10. However you want to say it. And also one really bullshit mission. UIT is UIT. Serco and Atani, I personally favor the Atani. However, I'm not against the Serco. Unless I'm on my Atani alts. And that may be partially because of doing some of the Deneb conflicts there. So, with some friends. So, yeah. Oh, and then the training weapons. Oh my gosh! Oh, the chat! Just the chat! Anyway, training weapons you can actually only get from the training sectors. What are you going to do with 80,000 training weapons? I will do what I will do. That's nice. One thing I would like to do at some point is just smuggle like a billion. Just smuggle like literally a billion training blasters out of the sector. Because once you leave the training sector, there is no going back in. Oh, this just gets better and better. Yeah. Have you ever noticed? Have you ever noticed that LOL looks like a TIE fighter? Because that always bothered me. Let's see, 80,000 divided by 18. What is 80,000 divided by 18? So that would be 4,445 trips out of the training sector to get out 80,000 training blasters. Well, I'm not on voice chat right now. Anyway, actually, what time is it? Yeah, I actually have to go. I'm very sorry, but I really should have done more rather than just sitting and talking. I didn't really plan out what I was going to do on this stream at all. Believe it or not, normally I actually do some planning before the stream and try to stick to that. Very rarely do I not do any planning, but this was one of those times. I just got a sudden urge to stream, so I did it. I don't exactly regret it. So, anyway, make sure to like, subscribe. I would like to see someone actually on my YouTube Discord that I created. Also, you can use that to private message me on the Discord if you just want to chat for whatever reason. Please do leave comments. If you liked it, comment what you liked. If you didn't like it, comment why. And please be respectful as well. But if you do that, then it makes it so I can actually make things better, so that maybe you'll like it. Yeah, what else is there? Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, Discord. Also, if you would like to play Vendetta Online, I do have a friend key that I can give out right now. So, I can do that. And friend keys are essentially, I think it's a month of premium. So, yeah, I have friend keys that I can give out. I believe each month, actually. And, in addition to that, also, if you, regardless of whether or not you want a friend key or not on VO, I do have I'm trying to restart the Hive Guild in VO, so it would be really nice to have more people actually helping with that, since, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 people in here at the moment, and I have someone who said they will join, so... It is worth noting that I do not have access to the Hive Discord that previously existed. So, I do, however, have permission from the previous commander. So, anyway. Have a great day, everyone. See you all later. Kitty of Doom out. Phoenix out. Maybe. Hello? XSplit, respond. Laptop, stop freezing. Frame rate is, like, non-existent. Never mind. There we go. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. Phoenix out. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. I need to stop talking.